Thursday. Oh, here we go. Welcome everyone to the Thursday, January 22nd, 2026 Public Works City of Tumwater Public Works meeting. I will call the meeting call to order. And we have with us today, we have Council Member Megan Sullivan, Council Member Angela Jefferson, and myself, Council Member Swarthout. And the first order of business we have today is the selection of the committee chair. I'm not sure who's going to take that on. Committee, it looks like it's supposed to be the executive department, but I think it's up to us to do that. So, or do we
Yes,
want to?
Thank you, council member. So this is just a reminder to discuss amongst yourselves and to nominate and vote on a committee chair.
Okay.
Can I nominate myself?
Oh, I was going to do it, Angela. Come on, let us nominate you. I would like to nominate Councilmember Jefferson.
Second.
All right. We have a motion on the floor to nominate Councilmember Jefferson as the chair of Public Works. All those in favor say aye.
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 Congratulations, Councilmember Jefferson. You are now the chair of Public Works, and I will turn the meeting over. We do have some changes to the agenda. So are you aware that we need to do some first order of business? You're aware of those two, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Cool. All right, take it away.
Will someone please make a motion to change the agenda?
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, the agenda has been officially changed. So what I'm tracking is we are going to discuss the Thurston County Hazardous Waste Management plan first, because we wanted that county individual to not have to stay long for our meeting, because it looks like we have a packed agenda today. So number 5 is going to be resolution R2026-002. Number 6 is going to be the project review reimbursable agreement with WashDOT for the Trosper Road interchange project. Number 7 will be the 2025-2027 stormwater capacity grant agreement with the Department of Ecology. Number 8 is resolution number R2026-001. And number 9 is the purchase agreement with Champion Home Center for T2 Fire Station temporary housing. And are there any additional items?
Yes, Chairman. We're looking at changing the committee time for item number 4.
Oh, that's correct. Look at me. So let's discuss changing the committee time. 8 o'clock is too early for some. So can I hear from staff, from other committee members? What should be a better time for us to meet?
I believe there's been a proposal for 11 a.m.
11 a.m. So can I have a motion for to change it to 11 a.m.?
I think Eileen motioned and I'll second.
Okay, so all in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. The motion passes. So we are now meeting at 11 a.m. So next on the agenda is what I had previously stated. And City Attorney, do I have to state that again?
No, I think you're fine.
Okay, so can I have a motion to approve our new agenda, updated agenda?
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion passes. So now it's time for to discuss resolution number R2026-002, Thurston County Hazardous Waste Management Plan. And who is briefing us today?
I brought forward the staff report. but Kimberly Graham from Thurston County has joined us, and she will be giving the presentation and leading mostly with any questions that you may have. So I will pass it over to Kimberly, who I believe is here with us today.
Thank you,
Hello, thank
Alyssa.
you. Yes, Kimberly Graham with Thurston County Solid and Hazardous Waste Compliance. And again, thank you. Thank you for the intro, and thank you to the committee for taking the time to review the updated hazardous waste management plan. So I'll start off with a quick little background and the purpose of the plan. So local governments do have an obligation to plan for waste management activities. And in the case of hazardous waste, there is a recognized opportunity for reducing harmful pollutants by addressing small volumes of hazardous materials and waste referred to as moderate risk wastes. So moderate risk wastes are hazardous waste generated both by businesses who produce small quantities on a regular basis and also households. These waste streams are not going to be regulated the same way they would in the case of large quantity waste generators. So it's really up to the local governments to provide resources for proper waste management and, most importantly, in my opinion, to educate on the merits and means of waste reduction. So with that, our 2014 Hazardous Waste Management Plan, it underwent a complete revision to ensure that the messaging was still adequate and to revise the data with current day numbers. Overall, the existing processes, procedures, and resources underwent little to no change. The majority of the updates were due to changes in population and demographics data, and to address code references that have changed since the 2014 update. One element that is new to the plan, however, is a push to educate the public on proper handling and management of used oil. This will now require resellers who sell certain volumes of oil and oil filters with the intention of, for home DIY use, to place signage where the oil is sold and to offer for sale oil collection pans at the point of sale of the oil and the filters. The signage will be used to educate on proper drainage, collection, and recycling practices for both used oil and filters, and the containers will provide a safe means for transporting those used oils.
So I have a question. I have a question for you, Kimberly.
Yeah.
So what about the people who changed their own oil in their garage? Is this going to cover them too?
Yeah, that's the idea, is to just get messaging out there of the proper way to do it, where you should be taking this used oil, don't throw it in your trash, definitely don't dump it on the ground, things of that nature. Just explaining why you should be taking it, say, to Hazo House, for example.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And so removed from the plan, we have long since retired the Thurston County Waste Mobile. It was still in there just in case that got revived, but that's not the case. So that went away. We do see a few more resources being referenced. So Paint Care, eCycle, and then our own Marina Waste Pickup program that we in Environmental Health actually manage. And then the last update, really, once the plan is finalized, we'll be posting the contents on a new webpage on the Thurston County website, and it'll break down the chapters and explain the purpose and contents of the plan in a more user-friendly layout than what is a 200+ page document that really is quite a bit to read. So yeah, any questions? No.
No questions. No questions for Kimberly?
Actually, I think my only question, I just saw that that it was presented to the board on the 25th of June. So I was just seeing that how long it takes before it makes its way to all the jurisdictions. So before that we're seeing it now, then.
Yeah. It went before the Solid Waste Advisory Committee in June for a preliminary approval.
Okay.
Yep. And then it'll go to our Board of County Commissioners after we get done with their Tumwater.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Kimberly. So can I have a motion for the resolution?
So I move that we place resolution number R 2026-002, Thurston County Hazardous Waste Management Plan on the February 3rd, 2026 City Council consent calendar with a recommendation to adopt.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 And the motion passes unanimously. Next on our agenda is to discuss project review reimbursable agreement with WashDOT for the Trosper Road Interchange project.
And Chair, I need to dash out. We're on our way to do a meeting. So I need to dash away. So I'm leaving it in capable hands, and have a great meeting, you guys.
Thank you, Councilmember
Thank you.
Cordell.
Thank you.
All right. Morning, council members. Colby Fletcher, construction engineer down here in transportation engineering. As Councilmember Jefferson alluded to, I'm here to discuss the amendment number 2 to our project review reimbursable agreement with WashDOT for the I-5 Trosper Road interchange project. So pretty quick presentation here. So just for background on what project we're talking about, obviously, I think everybody's aware of the roundabout reconfiguration project here at Trosper and Capitol Boulevard. This red area, this box, is basically the entire area that was subject to WashDOT review throughout the design and construction of this project. So that's kind of what this amendment is here for, to support the remainder of the work that needs to be done for WashDOT through project closeout and warranty inspections. So get through this next slide here. It'll kind of talk about the original. Oh, go ahead, Bill.
Oh, Colby, I can't see your presentation. Is your presentation up?
I can see it.
I can see it.
Oh, can you? Oh, that's odd. For some reason, I cannot see it. That's fine. I know what the presentation is.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so I guess getting down and breaking down the original agreement and everything. So the agreement number is JC 1419, and the original agreement was in 2018 executed. It established, reimbursable funds for WashDOT design review on this project. The authorized amount was $25,000 for the original estimate for design. And that agreement also included a 25% exceedance provisions, where both parties agreed that the estimated cost of the work can exceed 25% without a written amendment. So we got through the design, and once we got through the design, we ended up executing amendment number 1, which was in 2022, and that increased the amount by $50,000 for all the WashDOT construction inspection that was going to be required. So they would have an on-site presence quite frequently when we were working within their right of way. That increased the authorized amount up to 75,000, and the overall agreed upon amount with the 25% exceedance provision was 93,750. And we worked through that project for multiple years, obviously in construction. Getting through closeout has been a little bit of a lengthy process, and I guess with that, WashDOT identified a need for additional funds and exceedance of that amendment number 1 provision. So amendment number 2 is proposing to increase the amount by $11,250. So that'll bring the overall amount to $105,000. And this will be for basically the remaining warranty inspections and project closeout required. So confirming all the as-builts and getting endorsement for final acceptance from WashDOT, more or less.
So Colby, I have a question for you. So is that increase is because of everything is increasing overall inflation, or?
No, so this was more so just all this is basically all of WashDOT time is accounted for, and we get monthly invoices from them. The amount of work that was required for this project, they estimate these costs originally, like at the beginning of construction, like 2022, we started construction and $50,000 was assumed. They kind of take percentages. I'm not sure how they truly factor it, but this project was more or less just overruns because, it required a lot more. We had a lot of traffic control coordination. We ended up closing the ramps down for 10 days or got that approved. That was not originally a part of the contract, but in order to expedite construction, that was one thing that required a lot more coordination. There were some change orders that had influences on some of the new ramp construction as well that occurred, which required a lot of their input and approval before we could proceed with that. Plant establishment inspections, we had a couple issues with that, so we were trying to get through that, which required additional establishment inspections from WashDOT. And yeah, that's all that stuff just kind of ended up obviously costing more than originally anticipated. So
Okay, thank you, Colby. I just wanted, to dig into the details a little bit.
yeah,
Thank
no,
you.
absolutely. So I guess with that, yeah, let's kind of open it up to questions. Pretty quick presentation today. You know, the 11,250 is a little bit more than they are anticipating to get through the rest of the closeout process. So, you know, they're not anticipating another amendment needing to come through. So this should be able to get them through it.
Okay, so when is the end of this project? When are we expected this to be done?
So we are close right now. There were some I guess there was some FUB building stuff that we had to get through for electrical. We're anticipating, you know, closeout. I would imagine I would be doing the final acceptance presentation sometime in late spring, early summer this year, to council here, and that will get us through the final warranty inspections as well. I think it's June 28th. There's end of June of this year is when that'll actually be done. So,
Okay, thank you. Any questions, Councilmember Sullivan?
No questions.
Okay, so with that, we have a recommended action to place the project review reimbursable agreement amendment number 2 with WashDOT for the Charleston Road Interchange Project on the February 3rd, 2026 City Council consent calendar with a recommendation to approve and authorize the mayor to sign.
So moved.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next on our agenda is the 2025-2027 Stormwater Capacity Grant Agreement with the Department of Ecology, Water Resources, and Sustainability Department. Is that Alyssa?
Good morning, council member. This is Dave Congeezer. I'm the stormwater lead for the city. I'll be presenting on the 2025-2027 Stormwater Capacity Grant Agreement.
Okay, thanks, Dave.
You bet. Hold on a minute here. Let me pull up my screen and we can get going. Okay. How are we doing? Can we see the slides okay?
Yes.
All right. So this is to request authorization for signature from the mayor for the 2025-2027 capacity grant from the Department of Ecology. The grant amount is $120,000 and it's effective from July 1st, 2025 through March 31st, 2027. So it's actually active right now, but we're going through the agreement process a little bit late. So the capacity grant is essentially a non-competitive grant that we receive from the Department of Ecology that helps us meet our NPDES municipal stormwater permit requirements. And there's a host of requirements that we have to meet. And you can see the list here, ranges from planning and education and outreach, stewardship, mapping, operations and maintenance and such. So quite a few different facets of our stormwater program that this grant will help fund. With the 2024-2029 permit cycle, we do have some new requirements that we're going to be required to meet, and that includes riparian and wetland restoration goals, tree canopy goals, a new street sweeping requirement we're currently already meeting, but new metrics that we're going to have to report on. Also, stormwater facility design and construction. We're currently in the midst of a design project right now for the Beehive to meet this requirement. And we also have the Bud Inlet TMDL for dissolved oxygen that we're meeting. We're working with Herrera on that project as well to try to meet some of those metrics and goals. So capacity grant supports expenses like field equipment for our inspectors and our operations and maintenance staff. We do some water quality monitoring in strategic locations throughout the city in our surface waters. Essential operations maintenance supplies such as stormwater filters and spill response supplies and things like that. And we also use the money for training for continuing education for our staff as well as conferences. So a quick breakdown of some of the estimated expenses that we're going to be putting the grant money towards. And again, it's a lot of the essential stuff that we do every day. So in conclusion, I recommend that the City Council approve and authorize the mayor to sign the 2025-2027 Stormwater Capacity Grant Agreement from the Department of Ecology. Any questions?
Yes, Dave.
Sure.
First, just for my knowledge, non-competitive grants. So is everyone like Lacey and Olympia getting the non-competitive grant, or are we chosen because we're doing something different? So just explain that to me a little bit.
Yes, from what I know about the capacity grant, it is offered to all municipalities that are issued an NPDES stormwater permit. So we're a phase 2 permittee based on our population size. We're one of the smaller phase 2 permittees compared to Olympia, Lacey, and Thurston County. So it's the capacity grant from what I know is sized to the jurisdiction based on the population.
Okay. Any other questions?
No, I move we place the 2025-2027 Stormwater Capacity Grant Agreement with Washington State Department of Ecology on the February 3, 2026 consent calendar with a recommendation to approve and authorize the mayor to sign.
Both in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion passes. Okay.
Thank you very much.
We are moving right along here. Next, number 8 is resolution number R2026-001, updating greenhouse gas emissions reduction targets, Water Resources and Sustainability Department.
Good morning, council members. Congrats, Chair Jefferson, and welcome, Councilmember Sullivan. This is my first time presenting to you. I'm Alyssa Joneswood. I'm the Sustainability Manager here at City of Tumwater. And I'm here this morning to do a very cool thing that's also mostly motivated by housekeeping for documents. So we have 3 different documents that have greenhouse gas emission goals for the city. We have our past resolution from 2018 committing to the greenhouse gas targets that are in the Thurston Climate Mitigation Plan, which is document 2. And then we have our newly adopted climate element that City Council adopted back in December of last year. Between the 3 documents, there are 2 that show an older target, and the newest document has a newer target, which is consistent with the state greenhouse gas reduction targets. So I'm just trying to make it abundantly clear in terms of our documentation and as well as with the public today, that our goal, hopefully, if you and the City Council together adopt this resolution, is that we would reduce community-wide greenhouse gas emissions to net zero by 2050, consistent with the state target. We would be doing this by the tools that we already have at our disposal. We have more than 200 actions in our climate element of the Tumwater Comprehensive Plan. We have the Thurston Climate Mitigation Plan, much of which has been included in the climate element. And we never know what kind of new opportunities or technologies or old technologies that we can get funding for that could also be things that help us reach these targets. And while this is a big goal for a global action done at the local level, I just want to reiterate that we are not doing this in a vacuum. We are not doing this alone. This is a screenshot from the wedge analysis, which helps us determine what needs to be done in order to meet these targets. This wedge was completed by or provided to us for Thurston County from Department of Commerce. And I have some little blocks here that show these solid colors are all state and federal actions that are anticipated to help us meet these targets. These dotted ones are local actions that we need to take. And then there's still a little bit of a gap between what we anticipate being able to do and what we need to do in order to meet these goals. And I'll get a little bit more in depth here, but not too much because I know we have a packed agenda today into some of those local actions. So these are the assumptions included in that wedge of things that we need to do. And these are all echoed in our climate element, and our climate element was based off of these. So things like reducing passenger vehicle travel, electrifying vehicles, decarbonizing aviation fuels, which is something that needs to happen in order to meet these targets, but not something within the city's ability, because that's something that the port does, or other airports, for instance. Electrifying existing buildings, reducing tree loss, improving soil management. This is a mix of things that we have the authority to do and that other local partners have the authority to do. So again, not all of this is our responsibility, but together we need to do this in order to make all of this happen. And that is important because globally, we are not on track to meet these targets. The world is not on track. If you can recall, the Paris Agreement that happened, I think it was 10 years ago now, was to try to keep us at under 2 degrees Celsius global temperature change. We are now forecasted as a globe to more than 3 degrees Celsius because the globe itself is not doing so great in meeting these targets, but we still need to strive, because this means that the most that we can strive globally and locally improves quality of life, reduces the impacts that will happen with 3.3 degrees Celsius. And I bring up this tool often. I can't sing its praises enough. This is Climate Inroads from MIT. And if you ever want to have fun thinking about a slightly dark thing like climate change, this is where you can toggle all the solutions to actually watch this go down in the order in which you make those changes and the extent in which you make these changes. All of these are reasonable solutions, not set at dreamy things that probably won't ever happen. These are all possible, and they can get us to the targets set in the Paris Agreement and to our targets as well.
Alyssa, I have
Yes.
a question for you.
Yes.
And I don't want to wait till the end, but I like this chart. And you know, our mayor is all about this topic, and Councilmember Joan Cathy, and a lot of our residents in general. So I asked that because it says to place it on the consent calendar. Why not consideration? So we can put this message out there and let everyone know.
I would be happy to do that. So by all means, change the motion when it comes to be that time. That is within your authority, not mine.
Okay.
But
All right.
I do know that often my items do go to considerations because they're things that people like to hear about, which is wonderful.
Okay, thanks, Alyssa. Carry on.
Thank you, Chair. I keep trying to make the point that while Tumwater has a very small part in us achieving these greenhouse gas emission reductions globally, us setting a target and working towards that target does help our community. And this is a comic that I've had printed at my desk for maybe the past 10 years or so, that even if we don't meet those targets, which we're going to strive hard to, if you all are to make those official, the work that's done in climate work makes life better for everyone. Generally, it makes it so that our electricity bills are lower, that we have less air pollution, that our roads are more accessible for more people. So just to reiterate, we aren't doing this alone. This is a global issue and a local effect and a local effort. So it's a positive thing, even though it's a very hard thing. I anticipated that I might get a question about what does this mean for the regional climate work, because our Thurston Climate Mitigation Plan is a shared plan, and that it does include those shared targets that I'm suggesting that we update. And I wanted to note that City of Olympia for many years has had this goal, and it hasn't affected our regional climate work. And it's helpful because this goal builds on the existing goal. It's not setting anything back, it's setting things forward. So we'll still exceed, hopefully, those prior targets that are set in 2018. We all will still work together. All of the jurisdictions are needing to be consistent with this new state target anyway. So documents get a little old over time, and that's proof here. So I know that Chair Jefferson suggested that this recommended action change to be on council consideration calendar, but I will leave it here and answer any questions and leave the action, at least in its old form, up on the screen in case you need it. Thank you.
Councilmember Sullivan, do you have any questions, any comments?
I appreciated your question, Chair Jefferson, and thank you, Alyssa. This is great to get caught up. I've been tuned into some of the background of this work, but I appreciate your work, and I love the idea that we put it on the main agenda for the February 3rd meeting as opposed to consent calendar, because I think this is something, as you said, Chair Jefferson, that our constituents are concerned about and interested in. We've had students, young people coming to our meetings the last couple of times, which is incredible, and I know a lot of young people are concerned, and I too am deeply committed to moving towards this future. And so a place to have more conversation, more community education feels better than consent. So I think that we should go in that direction.
Alyssa, I have some more for you.
Okay.
So since you've been on board and since we've declared that it's a climate emergency, we've made that declaration in Thurston County and Tumwater, can you perhaps show us a chart of what you've done since then? I know it's a lot, but just so the community can see, okay, this is where we're moving. This is how much we've done. Is that possible when you brief us?
Yes, and I can verbally share with you right now that we have the Green Team annual report. That's an online dashboard that shows city operations efforts towards this, as well as an annual report for the Thurston Climate Mitigation Collaborative that shows a lot of the effort that we have done, Thurston County, Olympia, Lacey, and Tumwater, including specific pages bragging about what we've done in Tumwater. That is available now. And I believe I had Brittany send an email maybe a month or so ago to council, but I can definitely bring that so that the public is aware of it as well at the February 3rd meeting. Yes.
Right. So we can see that we take this seriously and all of the concerns that they have, it is being addressed by you and your outstanding team.
Thank you. Yes.
No other discussions. With that said, there's a motion to place resolution number R2026-002, Thurston County Hazardous Waste Management Plan on the February 3rd, 2026 council considerations.
This is R 2026-001.
Updating greenhouse gas emission reduction.
Okay, my bad. I am looking at
You're good.
Sorry, my name is often littered through these packets.
Can you read it for me, Councilmember Sullivan?
Yes. I move that we place resolution number R2026-001 on the February 3rd, 2026 City Council agenda for discussion and staff report with a recommendation that we adopt. How did I do?
And I second that motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion passes.
Thank you.
Next is the purchase agreement with Champion Homes Center for T2 Fire Station, temporary housing, and Parks and Recreation Department.
Do we have one more before that one, the hazardous waste?
Well,
That was the item you did first.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay. So am I tracking? Am I squared away, or am I just totally ate up today?
No, you're right on target.
Okay.
I messed that one up. You're good.
All right. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, council members. For some reason, my video is disabled. If someone could undisable that, that would be helpful. So we seek to place the purchase agreement with Champion Homes. Oh, there we go. Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So we're seeking to place the purchase agreement with Champion Homes Center on the February 3rd, 2026 City Council meeting on considerations with a recommendation to approve and authorize the mayor to sign. Providing some background on this, the T2 fire station now houses a full-time medic unit. So there, at any given time, there's at least 5 full-time staff members there. My understanding is some of you have done a tour of T2 recently. Is that accurate?
Yes.
So you sorry, what was that you have?
Some of us have.
Okay.
I haven't personally, but I will.
I missed it, and I will as well.
Okay, yeah. So you'll see in the near future here that as it currently sits to house this current staff there, there's kind of a hodgepodge of there's some open air dorms and there's some other rooms that weren't initially intended to be dorm rooms that are being used as dorm rooms just to meet staff demand. So this solution here provides us with a 5-bedroom modular home, which will give us the proper amount of housing for the staff. until we can complete the expansion project. That's another project for the future that's currently in the design stage. So this will provide us with a quick, temporary, and effective solution for housing those staff members.
Chris, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So how many staff members are there, at any given time in that space sleeping or?
Yeah, and I'll let Chief Hurley could probably speak to this a little better than I can. So I'll let him.
Yeah, right now it's the minimum we have there every day is 5. So there's 3 on the fire engine, and which has traditionally been the staffing down there, but with Medic 8, the new medic unit, it adds 2 more each day. So that's the minimum there each day.
All right, 7. Thank you, Chief.
So yeah, with this purchase agreement, which is not to exceed 165,000, will provide us with the modular home, and then we'll then have to have it installed by a licensed contractor. So I can provide. Let me share my screen here, and I will show you kind of.
The
I'll show
layout.
you the floor plan here.
Okay, perfect.
Let me know if you can see that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so just a little background on this. We went and visited the West Pierce Fire Department. They have a similar expansion project going on, and this is what their solution was to house their firefighters. So this 5th bedroom here is not a typical design of the home, but it was actually created for them. So this gives you a 5-bedroom solution in this footprint. Normally, this is kind of a family room. So we kind of mirrored what they did, and it's a really good solution, and it also provides us with the opportunity to either repurpose this when the project's over, or there's any number of things you could do. You could donate it to low income housing or things like that, and it's also substantially cheaper than leasing a modular building.
So question, is it 2 bathrooms that I see?
Yes. So there's a bathroom in between. Can you see my cursor?
Yes.
There's a bathroom between bedroom number 2 and 3, and there's another bathroom here. The thought is to wall this off. That'll provide a bathroom for access for everybody, not just for the person in the primary bedroom.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if 7 people are there, that means that since it's 5 bedrooms, that 2 of them may have to, bunk up, right? 2 in 1 room.
We wouldn't anticipate having 7. It would just be 5 that we would.
So 5 max. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
So yeah. Are there any other questions?
Yes. When are we looking to make this purchase? And exactly where is it going to be located?
Excellent question. I can share something else with you here. So as far as timeline, we would like to place this for on considerations for the February 3rd council meeting. And as far as that, if we get approval there, we'd like to move relatively quickly in finalizing the order. And then there's about a 10 to 12 week lead time before we receive the structure. And in that time, we could be doing some utility work and preparing the site for the installation of the unit. And let me pull up.
While Chris is pulling that up, I'll just add, and it was mentioned in the staff report that through our agreement with Medic One to implement this program, there were funds made available for costs related to implementation, and we do have a balance remaining such that those funds could be used for this purchase.
Okay.
And here in the orange box here is where we would like to place the home.
Okay. Hold on, let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, so closer to Linwood.
Yes.
Okay. Any additional questions?
No questions, just a comment. Thank you guys for your connection with other departments to learn what kind of solutions and for your innovative and adaptive response to meet the needs while we get to a more permanent solution.
Yeah, and I'll just throw a lot of praise Chief Hurley's way. He's been a big help along the way. We've been kind of in lockstep on this one, so we're just really excited to be moving forward and hopefully getting all of this done here in the near future. So
Right.
thanks to you.
That will, when we get this, that will definitely increase the morale when it comes to space, right?
Absolutely.
So with that, we have a recommended action to place the purchase agreement with Champion Homes Center on the February 3rd, 2026 City Council meeting on the considerations with a recommendation to approve and authorize the mayor to sign.
So moved.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion passes. Let's see what else we have on the agenda. It looks like we are mission complete. Are there any additional items?
Not from staff.
No additional items, no comments. With that said, we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
you.
you.